How cute. Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's up?
So can you introduce me to Mini Scoble here?
Yeah. Well, this is Mini Scoble 2. This Patrick was Mini Scoble 1.
Oh, so Mini Scoble 2?
This is Milan Scoble.
And so does he a blog already?
Well, not quite. He had a Twittergram when he was born. He was screaming his head off. So he was acting like a blogger at 1 minute old. Sort of like here, he gives his little commentary.
And so he eats your Twitter time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Does it change your... what did he change in your own blogging?
Well, certainly I've slowed down. I've slowed down feed reading, and I haven't been on Facebook almost at all since he was born. And,
it's very unusual to see you like this.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. Definitely has a lot to say. It'll be interesting to see when he learns to say something we can understand.
Twittergram, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, when he was born, that's how I told all the family and friends that he was born, because I didn't have time to sit down and type something or be on my iPhone, because, when a kid's born and things are happening really fast, right? So I just held a cell phone up to him and recorded that and sent it off, and that way everybody knew that he was born.
Yeah, because everybody was asking you, tell us, right?
Yeah.
As well, then you said, just watch my Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
And your family like that?
Oh, very much so. Well, people around the world said they really liked hearing his first cry, So, and we got pictures up with my Nokia, and it was fun. The modern way to tell the world a baby is arrived, What are you looking
Mine
at?
is Scoble 2. Is he on World of Warcraft yet?
No, that's Patrick's the master of World of Warcraft. He's moving up the ladder pretty fast.
So is this a future of TV, Robert, we talked about?
The future of TV.
Yeah, is that it?
I wonder what it's going to be like when this kid's 13, like Patrick is. When Patrick was born, Netscape started almost the same time, right? And now, now Netscape is like old news, And so Twitter started this year. What's video going to look like in 13 years?
What do you think? You've done so many, right?
Well, Patrick and I were talking about this. Like, what's a computer going to look like when he's 13, right? When Patrick was born, that was before Windows 95 was released, right?
Yeah.
And so the average computer, I think, had 16 megabytes of RAM. Today, an average computer has, a gigabyte or 2 gigabytes, or so, mine has 4 gigabytes of RAM. What is that? A factor of? That's more than a factor of 10, right?
Yeah.
So in 13 years, you're going to have a terabyte of RAM, right? 1,000 gigabytes of RAM. And you're going to have, instead of a camcorder that you have to hold in your hand, you might have a camcorder on your glasses.
In the eyes, maybe.
Well,
maybe he's going to have one in the eyes here. Google on the left one, and video blogging on the right one.
The problem with implantation, you're certainly going to see more of that, because we're already at PopTech conference. We saw a guy who implanted a prosthetic arm and is hooking it into the muscles and stuff like that. And I've met people who have RFID tags implanted in their hands and stuff. But I'm not going to sign up for the beta for those things, because there was a report that implantation of RFID tags increases cancers in the hand. So we don't know yet what the impact is of putting silicon or putting machines into human beings is. So I don't know that we're going to solve that in 13 years. But certainly this camera is going to be, it's going to be like a little sugar cube in 13 years, and it's going to be something that can talk to the...
So you think it's going to be always on, like on Justin? Or
well, Justin is already wearing a camera, but you could certainly have a camera on your eyes. We saw the robotic helicopters at Stanford, and they have the ability to fly around space almost on their own now. Based on sensors, based on laser sensors, and based on camera sensors.
And how about the content? How do you see the content?
Well, we were at next week I'll have a video up with Stanford University's photographic or graphics researcher, and he showed us a camera that can focus after you take the picture. So you take a picture and it focuses in one plane, right, where your lens is focused here, and
He follows your hands.
And after you take the picture, you can refocus it on the front plane, and it's really a neat technology. Oops.
No, I mean the video content. How do you think it's going to? You think we'll have hundreds of thousands of people producing videos?
Oh, easily, because the cameras are going to get much more cheap, much more inexpensive, and much
How
more.
How do you watch it? Like RSS?
Wow. Well,
It's late to talk about that.
I don't know. You know, I mean, I have a screen here, right? A 60-inch screen, and I love watching videos on that. But I also like watching videos on my smaller screen, you know, on our MacBooks that are up front, closer to us. And those are more interactive. These are more experiential. You sit back and watch that screen like a movie theater. But the screen that's closer to you, you're much more interactive, and you're much more likely to video back. You know, with Kite, I'm already videoing back and having video conversations. So
you saw my app, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of the very first. You like that?
Yeah, very much so.
You think I go in the right direction?
Yeah, it's like video Twitter, you know. And Kite is doing the same kind of thing. I think
mobile,
it's well, it's not just mobile. You both are going in different directions, but trying to get the same idea across, which is very interactive video. YouTube is like video 1.0, right? You take a video on a camera like this and you post it, and then everybody comments on it. The next video 2.0, is going to be much more interactive, where I can take this video and I can take out just a 20-second piece of it and mash it up into another bit, and then I can post that, and then other people can post their reaction to it and join it. And like you were saying, video hyperlink from that 20-second piece. Hyper video into another video, so you could go from video to video or comment to comment, and have a much more interactive experience. Where YouTube, you download it, you watch it, and that's it, right? Or you might comment, or you might read the comments, but you don't see video comments on YouTube in reaction to, you know.
Like on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, on Twitter, it's always a chat room that's going constantly. Kite sort of has that going right now, where you can post video from my cell phone.
And so do you think we'll still have like very well produced shows, edited and so on?
Yeah, because
how do you link the conversation to production?
I think it's...
How do you go from there into a show?
I think production still matters, but I think we were talking about this before. That thing over there, the big screen, you know, to get video on that, it's supply constrained. There's only a certain number of channels that can get video onto that, right? You have to have a satellite dish like I have, and even with a satellite dish, you can only have 150 channels, right? Yeah. Or a Comcast cable box gets you 150 channels, or maybe 200 channels. On the internet, we don't have that supply constraint, so now we can go much deeper into the long tail, right?
But so it's crap, right? Most of it.
No, it's not crap. It's crap to 99% of the people, but people who care about that content will put up with a crappy camera. You know, if I want to see video of your kids, I'll put up with crappy video because you got the only video of your kids, right? Like, if you want to see Milan, this is the only video that's been shot of Milan on the internet, right? So,
hello, Milan.
So you'll put up with a little bit of crap. You don't need $100,000.
I'm not saying crap. Yeah. I mean.
Well, this is not on a tripod. It's not. I mean, if you watch how Hollywood makes movies or makes video, they have a crew. I mean. Patrick was on CNBC. They had 5 people shooting him. They had an audio engineer, a video engineer to make sure the video picture was perfect. They had a camera operator. They had a satellite truck operator, right? And then they had somebody back at home calling the shots and editing it live, you know, and saying, camera 2, camera 1, camera 3, you know. And we don't do any of that with these little cameras. We just film and put it up on YouTube or put it up on, you know, whatever. Yeah, you know, and if you're one of the 20 people in the world who care about this video, you can watch it. Now, imagine you wanted to take this video and try to sell it to CNN, right, or ABC or Fox. They would laugh at you because you don't have the audience, and nobody's going to watch this. You know, in terms of that, TV has to have millions of viewers. So if I'm not Paris Hilton, they're going to laugh at you and say, "Get lost, Loic. Go somewhere else. You know, go back to your YouTube. You know, repost your video." they're not wrong. They're right because they have limited supply, and they have one. You know, the guys who own CNN have one channel or 4 channels now, but really one channel. When you watch CNN, it's one channel. It's 24 hours a day. You're limited on supply, and so you have everything you put on that channel has to be has to demand a huge audience, because if it doesn't, you're wasting the resources of that channel, right? On the internet, we don't have to worry about that. If something only has 20 viewers, put it up. Yeah.